Hi, Richard. Nice to be back
Hi.
with you for another edition of Ask Richard. Today we have a question that came in from Celine. And Celine says, I was wondering if quantum touch is effective when the healer is asleep. My husband usually falls into sleep during sessions.
It's a really interesting question. It depends. The answer is it depends. I remember one time I was working on this woman who had been in a few car accidents and her neck was really messed up. She wouldn't even let her chiropractor adjust her because the trauma of the adjustment was so much. So what I would do, she'd come in every like 4 days and I was giving her like an hour. And all I would do is hold her neck. And I was, oh, I feel so much better because the injury was really deep. Well, one time when I was working on her, I had my forehead on the table and my hands on her neck, and I fell asleep for about 10 or 15 minutes. But when I woke up, I realized I was still doing the breathing, I was still moving the energy, and my hands were buzzing and tingling like crazy. And I didn't even tell her I had fallen asleep. And she said, that was the best session I've ever had. And the reason was I was completely got out of the way, but I was so much in it that the energy was cooking the whole time I worked. So when I say it depends if he's working on you and he's still running the energy, or if he's not running the energy. That's what it depends on. The other thing is, when you're working on somebody, if you can get out of the way and lose track of time and space, or just get into a sense of what I'll call an angelic sense of self, where you're just loving and giving, and you don't have to know the person or care about them. You just get into the space of, I'm just giving love. And it's a beautiful thing to experience within yourself when you're just, I'm just giving love. And there's no agenda. It's like an angelic state of being that most people don't spend time in. But if you do quantum touch, you can access this. I'm just giving, and it feels good. So just give. So whether you fall asleep or enter that angelic state or you lose track of time, these are all descriptions of doing some of the very best work.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And thank you also to Celine for submitting her question.